All right, guys, welcome to Module 3, Personal Information Optimization. The objective here is that before you start disputing negative items, you first want to ensure that your personal information on your credit report is accurate and consistent. Incorrect personal identifiers create several problems in the credit reporting system, including mixed credit files, accounts belonging to other individuals appearing on your credit report, previously removed accounts being reinserted back on your credit report. So if you guys have had that happen, this is probably why. And disputes failing due to identity verification issues. So cleaning and standardizing your personal information helps create a clean credit file foundation before beginning the dispute process. And it helps with the removal of negative items and also just getting approved for new credit. A lot of people don't understand that. So, why personal information matters? Credit bureaus use your personal identifiers to match accounts to your credit file. So, these identifiers are things like your name, your address, your date of birth, social security number, phone number, email, and employer information. If these identifiers are inconsistent or outdated, it can cause the credit bureaus to associate incorrect accounts with your consumer report. And because it is personal information optimization should always be completed before you start disputing. This is very important. You're going to get more effective results when you do it this way than just starting the dispute process and then having to go back and clean up because things are just getting verified and it's just taking your process a lot longer. So the step-by-step process. Step number one is identifying any incorrect personal information. So you should carefully review the personal information section on your credit report and identify any data that is outdated or incorrect. So again, things like old addresses that are no longer associated with you, name variations or misspellings, incorrect employer information or outdated employer information, incorrect phone numbers, emails, all of that type of data, right? And examples of name variations may include middle names appearing inconsistent, nicknames or abbreviated names, or just name order variations. And again, we'll go over a lot of this stuff on the weekly classes, the weekly calls. These inconsistencies sometimes cause multiple credit files to merge or split, and this is what leads to inaccurate reporting. Step number two is to update your personal information with your lenders first, right? A lot of people teach, oh, go to the credit bureaus. No, the lender is the source of the information that's being reported on your credit report. This step is extremely important. And you should update the information with your lenders that currently have active accounts reporting to the credit bureaus. So we're not going back to the charge off account that's closed or the closed accounts and stuff like that. You can update information with collection companies without waiving any rights or anything like that. But typically, we just want to do it with lenders that have open and active accounts reporting. And these lenders are known as data furnishers because they supply the data or the account information to the credit reporting agencies. And under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, furnishers are responsible for reporting accurate information to the credit bureaus. And on the second round, we can actually dispute directly with these lenders. So, what you should do. Again, contact the lender with the open or active account and request updates to your personal information, right? They should be able to confirm your full name, your address, your phone number, the email they have on file, any employer information that's listed, or anything else that they may have. Now, why this script is so important is because when a lender updates a consumer's personal information in their system, the updated data is typically transmitted to the credit bureaus during the lender's next reporting cycle. And because lenders are the original source of the information, updating that data with them first helps ensure that the corrected information flows directly to the credit bureaus. That's why you don't want to do it with the credit bureaus first. And this could prevent the bureaus from continuing to display outdated identifiers. Because even if you update it with the credit bureaus and they do what they do, that next cycle of reporting from that lender is just going to put that information right back on your credit report. It's going to be harder to get those negative items deleted. So this is why we do it step by step, and this method is the most effective. Step three is just to send that personal information update then to the credit bureau. So once we verify that the information has been updated with the original lender, then we want to go to the credit bureaus. So again, update that personal information with your lenders. Then you should send a written request to the credit bureaus asking them to remove outdated personal identifiers. And you want to do it in a written form because you can then include copy your ID, proof of address, and stuff like that, because they'll request that anyway. Right. And the request should clearly identify the incorrect information and ask the bureaus to remove it from your credit report and have the evidence for the correct information. Again, like we're going to get into right now. So those documents, when you're sending your personal information update request, you want to include documents verifying your identity. Again, copy of your ID and proof of address. And these documents help the credit bureaus confirm that it's your actual identity and they process the request more effectively. So a little bonus section is how to do this in 24 hours, right? In some cases, again, the personal information updates can occur more faster by working directly with the original lender. And that's why we want to use this method, because the lenders, again, are the source of that data, and updates made in their system can quickly propagate to the credit bureaus. So again, we're going to use a phone call. We're not going to send letters to the original lenders. We're going to use the phone. If they request documents, then we'll send those documents in. But you want to identify those lenders on your credit report that are currently reporting active accounts. And these could be credit card issuers, auto lenders, personal loan providers, credit unions. And you just want to contact that lender's customer service department and request that that personal information be updated. We provide you with the actual script to do so, typically because, anything that's incorrect could lead to fraud, right? And why this works is because credit bureaus, again, rely heavily on the information from the data furnishers, and lenders are the source of that data, right? So the updates made with them on their level can quickly override outdated information stored by the credit bureaus. In some cases, this process allows your personal information updates to appear within a very short time frame, sometimes as quickly as a day after the furnisher transmits the update. So the key takeaway is that personal information optimization is a critical first step in the credit repair process. I don't want you guys to skip this. All right. So by ensuring that identifying information is accurate and consistent, you can reduce the risk of mixed credit files, prevent the reinsertion of previously removed accounts, strengthen the effectiveness of future disputes, and aid in the process of removals and new credit approvals. So cleaning the personal information section creates a stable credit file foundation before moving forward with disputes and credit profile optimization strategies. All right, guys. So this is the end of module 3, and we'll get into module 4.